Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Rothstein here. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and enjoyed the sunshine. I sure did. We are going to continue talking about plants and gardening for the final week. And our question of the week is, what color is a stem of a plant? Is it green or is it brown? So think about that and discuss that one with your family. If you have any plants, whether that be inside your house or outside, go and look and see, what does the stem look like? Is it big? Is it small? Is it thick? Is it thin? Think about those vocabulary words to describe what your stem of your plant looks like. I have a video today of a neighbor's garden in their backyard. So a lot of people from where I live have gardens, either inside or outside. And one of my friends has an amazing garden with a lot of different beds. So I asked them to take a tour of their backyard to show you. I hope you enjoy.
Here is a peach tree. It is dormant this time of year, which means that it isn't growing yet, but it is still alive and it'll produce some peaches very soon. Here are a couple of raspberry plants, and these are old barrels that we put some wheels on so that they can move around the yard really easily. Next up over here is a garden bed that's made out of an old deck, and you can see we have some blackberries in the back here. So blackberries will vine up these poles, flower, and once they flower and get pollinated, they'll produce some berries. Next up over here, we have a big long garden box, and this is our compost pile. Our compost has a bunch of fruit on top right now, so we're going to put a layer of dirt over that and it'll get breaking down nice and soon. Right here, they're kind of hard to see. These are cranberries. Cranberries don't need to grow in a bog. They actually flood bogs, so it makes it a lot easier to harvest cranberries. But cranberries grow tiny little plants to start out like this, and they'll get much bigger. In the back here, you can see we have some asparagus. Asparagus grow from roots, and they'll shoot up these tiny little guys that'll get even taller. And once the plant gets older, they'll get even stronger. You can also grow in just pots like these. So this is a dill plant. If you ever have pickles, a lot of them are dill pickles, and that's what gives it the flavor. Here we have a couple of old wagons that my girlfriend Brittany planted. These are herbs. This one is called chamomile. They make tea out of it. And this is a sage plant, and it's used to burn once the leaves are dry, and it gives off a really nice scent. This is an apple tree. Actually, I'm sorry, that's a dogwood tree that flowers. It doesn't produce food. This is an apple tree. It's very young, still has a lot of growing to do, but it's very happy this time of year. You can see it has a bunch of new growth on it. Next to that, we have a small greenhouse here. The greenhouse is for things that can't go outside yet because it's too cold. So it makes what we call a microclimate, something that's way warmer. So we have got big tomato plants, flowers, more tomatoes, plants called Dusty Miller. And then down here we have scarlet begonias, zinnias, black dahlias, sunflowers, spinach. These are fig trees. Behind there is a lemon tree. Over here we have tomato plants, some more flowers, dill, cucumbers, impatiens, tomatoes, more begonias, basil, and there's some other flowers that I just started down there, and some more impatiens. So we keep that zipped up so these plants stay warm for another month or so until they're ready to come out. But the plants that are happy being in the ground right now are all right here. So I'll walk you through these. These are peas, and peas like to run up trellises or poles. So we have these poles and trellis in the back there. So once they get a little bit bigger, they use these guys, which are called tendrils. They will hold and grab onto a piece of string or the trellis in the back there. This is celery. They'll turn into nice big stalks of celery soon. Here we have kale and spinach in the front. You can see they've got tiny little spinach leaves just starting to form. This is a flower called a nasturtium. It's a beautiful flower, but it's also edible. These are blueberry bushes. So that's where blueberries come from. Cabbage. Some more cabbage. This is cauliflower. Mint. So it's got a great minty flavor, just like gum. Some flowers. Your teacher Emily gave this to us and we planted it. Miss Rothstein, I should say. These are pansies. Here's a rose bush. Doesn't have any roses on it yet. Here's some nice lettuce. Some other types of lettuce. And these are younger lettuce that'll come in at a different time. These are radishes, just starting to grow. And behind them are beets. Radishes and beets grow in the ground, and you pull them up and eat them afterwards. These are Brussels sprouts, so they'll grow into really tall stalks, and they'll form Brussels sprouts on the stalks. This is parsley. It's used as a garnish. This is a cabbage plant that is flowered, and once something flowers, it'll produce seeds. So once this is done, we'll harvest some seeds off of it. There's some more dill in the back, and this is called cilantro. It's also an herb. Now I'll take you to our last bed back here. And these are strawberries. The strawberry plant will run and spread around and start to produce strawberries. And these are some bigger celery plants. So now you can actually see that the celery stalks are on there. So that's our garden. Here's some wood that we use to make the gardens with. If you guys enjoyed this, definitely try gardening and making some plants yourself.
As much as I did, it was really cool to see a backyard garden and see how much they are growing just in their backyard, from fruits to vegetables. I really enjoyed how he took us on a tour around his entire backyard, and we got to see a lot of different things growing. Some big, some small, some trees, some plants, and there was some that were different colors as well, so that was interesting to see. What was your favorite thing that you saw that they are growing in their backyard? Have that discussion with your family members and let me know. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon.